The football team winning by over 60 points wasn't the only exciting thing happening at the Dome this weekend. If you attended the game, you'll have noticed the new slick field turf. Well, our very own Nick Mancosi was there, and he spoke with NMU Associate Athletic Director Carl Bammert about that.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Carl Bammert, the Associate Athletic Director here at NMU. Now, a lot of you may have realized that at today's football game, there is a new turf. Carl is here to tell us a little bit about the turf. Carl?
Thanks for having me. The new turf here took 6 weeks to put in. It's called a pure grass turf. The grass is 1.5 inches high compared to our old turf, was just a 1/2 inch, the old standard artificial turf. And the big difference is it's a lot softer, it's a lot less abrasive on the athlete, so you have a lot less scrapes and burns for the athlete. And thus far, the football team just loves it. It's a lot softer to be tackled on. And we had a high school team here for a preseason workout, and they were so impressed with it and glad to be here.
Now, along with the football, what other events happen here at the Dome?
Right. Events that take place on the turf, we have in April we have a number of soccer tournaments. Next weekend, in fact, we have a big youth football tournament here in the Superior Dome, where we're going to have football games all day Saturday and Sunday for our 5th through 8th grade athletes from the Central Upper Peninsula.
Well, we look forward to that next week, and we also look forward to the game today. Let's throw it back to you in the studio, Pete.
That definitely is exciting. Well, we're going to take a short break, but stay tuned because Nathan Yelk will be joining us next. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. Joining us now is NMU linebacker Nathan Yelk. Nathan, thanks for coming on the show today.
Appreciate you having me.
So, big home opener. You guys dropped 62 points on Tiffin. Not only that, but you could shut them out. The first time you guys have shut out a team at home since 2000. What kind of statement does that make to the rest of the conference?
Well, hopefully it's a big statement. It's a big statement for our team, and our own morale. But hopefully we sent a little message across the league saying that, hey, these guys can play and they're for real. So, 62 points is a lot, and a shutout's even better. So we feel pretty good in our locker room.
Yeah, you guys led Tiffin 48-0 at halftime. You bring in the backups in the second half. They don't miss a beat. How do you feel the depth is on the team compared to last year?
The depth is great. Obviously signified by that, still keeping the shutout and the offense still moving the ball. I think that's more of a good sign for our team and the future success. Not only having our ones do that work, but then having the twos come in and just not skipping a beat. I think it's positive for us.
Yeah, obviously a huge win like this does wonders for the team's confidence. What sorts of expectations and goals do you guys have for the season?
Like I addressed the team afterwards, I told them expectation every week is to win. That's what our job. That's what we're here to do. We're not here to win 3 games in 1 week. We're here to win 1 game at a time, and we try and address it that way. We let one slip away from us the first week. Fueled our fire for this week. Especially the way that game ended up last year. We were able to go out and take care of business on pretty much all phases of the game.
Yeah, you guys were clicking on all cylinders Saturday, and it seems like you've built a pretty good team chemistry. What sort of things do you guys do away from the field to build team camaraderie?
For the little time we have, it's just relaxing. I like my time off to relax and watch TV and catch up in the sports world. But, honestly, most of our time spent on the field and in meetings is really our, where we build together. Outside of the classroom, it's, you take care of your studies and your rest and everything you need to. But, a lot of the time we do spend throughout the day is together. So.
Last season, Randy Ari took over as the defensive coordinator. How much more comfortable do you guys feel in a system now that you've been in it for another year?
Oh, it's flawless, really. We trust him through and through. I do. I've built quite a bit of trust in him. He's probably one of the hardest working coaches we have. From his time, he sleeps at the Dome sometimes 2-3 nights in a row, putting together a game plan for us. And so I think we really trust him, a lot as a defensive unit. And you can tell by the shutout that, whatever he calls, we're going to do it. And, we obviously did it pretty well on Saturday.
Yeah, the big change at the Dome recently, the new turf. How do you guys like it?
It's a lot softer. Not as many, turf burns and abrasions or what have you, but it's a lot softer. It looks a lot sharper, and I think honestly the most beneficial thing I think is safety. Not too many knees getting torn up. So hopefully it'll be a long-term positive add to the dome.
You're a senior this year. You've had a great career at NMU. Looking back at your career so far, which game sticks out as the most memorable?
Ooh, boy. Well, I want to say the next game will be my most memorable, but I would probably say our Michigan Tech win, I want to say 2 years ago, when it was 4th and goal, and we stopped them a mere probably 6-7 inches short. That was a pretty meaningful game, against a big rival like that, huge crowd. To come away with that as a win, it's pretty special.
Yeah, well, Tech's coming up again this Saturday. You guys travel to Houghton for the big showdown. First off, how important is this game to the team, and what do you guys have to do to prepare? I'd like to think it's not as more important as any other game we play. It's one game out of our 10. We need to win it, just like we had to win last week in the first week. But you do throw that Miners Cup in there. It does add a little dimension to it, and they're I believe winless right now, so they're obviously going to be fired up. We're obviously fired up from last year, so I'm looking forward to a great game. Or any type of rivalry game like that, it's just great to be a part of. Mm-hmm. Well, Nathan, thanks a lot for coming on the show today. Best of luck next week.
Thank you.
And that's going to wrap up this week's edition of the show. Tune in again next time.